There was far too feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Rangers we talked about today.
Okay, finally, been a long week. I've got a lot of work going on, but we're going to get to the second round of brackets. However, before going into that, we're going to be going through a round robin of those who got knocked into the losers bracket last week. So this is going to be trying to find the top 5 ships out of the 7 in losers. We've got the Few, the Horst, the Titan, the Ugly Mark II, the Belith, the Z49, and the Edgelord. And they're going to fight each other until the top 5 by possible wins emerge, and we're going to then move on to the winners bracket and try to get that recording out of the way too. All right, so the first one is going to be Damodoc's Defew versus Solid Pickle's Horst. The torpedoes. Look at the rounds from the simple weapons can't make it far enough, so they're just kind of falling into the water and dying. That's really funny. It also seems like Damodoc's ship doesn't quite have enough altitude on its torpedoes for them to have wakes. Or the mod is just being funky, who knows. I know there was an update, and they added what looks like more refraction, which is kind of neat. It does look at the moment as if the Defew has lost more firepower. The Horst looks to have only really taken damage to one of its turret caps right now. Take a look at the Few, see what's going on over here. Oh, we're looking a little capsizy. Doing a hard turn here. Have we lost? We have lost. That's okay. So we lost the power on one of them. Is this a restriction? This might be a firing restriction here. Unless something got in. Oh, hell no, it didn't. No, this is looking perfectly fine. So we've got firing restrictions keeping that gun from being on target. It's like 2 of the firing pieces here have taken down. And I just saw APS components, so we're in this turret. Yeah, right here. Still firing on 2, though. Turning out again from the Defew. Interesting. Seems to be making the Horst approach. Which, honestly, the Horst has not lost a lot of firepower here. It looks like this rear turret has been, like, finished off, but for the most part, it's been kind of alright. Really weird interaction between the distances that these two want to fight at. Oh, there went the rest of the turret cap there. Boy, it's out in the distance, though, isn't it? I don't know if we've seen it try to fight this far out before. That's really going to make those torpedoes a hard sell. I know we've seen them hit once or twice, but that was a lot of blocks all at once. Yep, there they go. Horse still chugging along. Doesn't look like it's lost any engine power. Takes a hot second to get over here. Yet we still, well, I mean, it wouldn't matter now. This gun's been completely separated from its gauge increasers. Are you still firing here? 1, 2. All right. Still got a fair few rounds going out. Yeah, wanting to turn out again. I'm wondering if it's on purpose that it... Yeah, no, it's on purpose. The rudders are agreeing. It's not just because it lost one of its props. In fact, that prop would be turning it in, not out. So if anything, it's just not as good at getting distance as it wants to be. Down to 50% firepower on the Diffuse. We've taken a little bit of extra... Yeah, okay, so we have another dead gun over here on the Horst. The Horst is leading in health, which is impressive considering it's a pretty small boat. These stupid machine guns. This is so funny, man. It's really funny that they can't even make it out there. They're just falling and bouncing off of the water here. Still got some firing going on from this midship turret. Saw at least one muzzle flash there. Looks like the rear is disabled. Looks like both of the rears are disabled. So this and simple weapons, I think, are all we got left. That's going to make it real difficult for it to catch up in HP. Does look like it's being targeted. What's amazing is that this gun has lived the longest when it's the one that got punched into and had internal damage done to it. Most of the others, it looks like, has been primarily kills from turret caps. Yeah. Which is kind of to be expected. The engine shot early on... Oh, that's a lot of APS components. The engine shot early on meant that the boat was kind of leaning like this the whole time, just showing the thin top armor on the turret caps to the Horst. So, this is kind of how I would expect the guns to be dying. It just also really sucks. Horst might have lost some engine power, though. She's looking a little slow. She's looking a little slow out there. Then again, we're also, like, far away, man. Like the green on this thing. Whoa, that's a lot of gun confetti. That was a whole gun going up. Maybe it got through here on the back. Yeah, it sure did. Does look like this is going to be going to the Horst. Yeah, there went another turret popping. Took it the whole match to burrow in there, but boy, you gotta love the results, huh? Let me see, I've got to write down a spot to take notes of this. We'll go. Turning back out. This is final act here. Now we've got some good old-fashioned French-on-French violence. The Few is going to be going up against the Ugly to see whose big bullet baguettes reign supreme. You know, oh man, ooh, dug straight into a gun here. Wow, that's impressive. Dug into both turrets here. That's very impressive. There's nasty stuff going on there. And it looks like the Few actually holding on to its firepower. I wonder which one of the... Okay, it looks like the Few wants to be farther out than Sam's ship does. Oh dear. Shoes on the other foot. We'll see how this works out. At the moment, it's working out pretty well for the Few. It seems to just have so much firepower. I wonder what it is about its shells. It seems to have so much difficulty with some designs, and others it just completely chews through. Oh, they're both DQing from running too far away. I see. The Ugly not even turning in. At least not quickly. Got some explosions going on. We got both of them disqualifying. The Diffuse was able to turn in. The Ugly has not. Well, since I can't seem to help myself, it appears that we are now going to be doing... Oh, no, this isn't cram-on-cram violence. Alright, so this is the Belith with Mephistopheles versus Damodoc's Titan. So this is actually going to be cram versus APS. Alright, nice. Very nice. Getting some slowdowns. The Belith reporting nonsense for its firepower. We know it has more than that left over. There it goes, bouncing back up. It's got something to do with... Oh, that's a whole turret gone, though. Holy crap. Yes, this midship turret looks like got just completely blown out by crams. Hot damn. Titan definitely got some nasty firepower. Although, that said, it is starting to lose firepower. We can see some dry firing crams already. Yeah, these are two extremely angry ships. My goodness. Another match where they're just back and forth beating the absolute shit out of each other. Do we only have... Okay, there's 3, 4, 5. We have 5 firing pieces left on the Titan. The Belith, 60% firepower, I guess, question mark? That's 2 pop turrets. Are these still functional? Yes. Midship getting hammered. I wonder, it must be going after the little secondaries, which it did successfully set one on fire and just have it die. Oh, you gotta love incendiary. Belith down in health, which these crams are going to be good at doing. Some torpedoes coming in there. An overpen on that cram. And a just miss on that one. That's a whole volley of misses. What's it aiming at? Aiming at the superstructure, maybe? Oh, man. Okay, alright. We are starting to really get chewed up over here. I don't know if we're missing any more firepower, though. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 1 more firing piece. That's not a significant amount of progress being made on this ship's firepower, I have to say. Peregrine dropped those right on top of it. Those were some precision torpedoes. Ooh. Starting to get a little thin here. But still firing away. I really do love the aesthetic of these turrets. These look really good. These are 2 real pretty ships, honestly, fighting each other. Interesting. The Belith has taken the health lead away from the Titan. I think largely due to just keeping a few more firing pieces alive. Lots of torpedoes still going out. I know I saw a cram a second ago. There's 1, 2, 3. You know, we still have a fair number of firing pieces. This thing's basically a dive bomber at this point. It's just dropping torpedoes right on the deck. Which is great. It's just really funny because I don't think that's what it's supposed to do. Unless they got changed out for glide bombs, in which case, good shit, they're working great. Oh look, torpedo wakes. Alright, it's still just kind of picking and choosing when to actually do. That's fine. Yeah, it looks like the Titan's still trying to take out the secondaries, which, man, it's not working out. the very least because they're kind of surprisingly resilient, but also just because, like, it needs to take out these rear turrets. I mean, the torpedoes may eventually get there. They're starting to take through a lot of armor, like, but we don't have a timer set to eventually. Plates! The worst block in the game, but so fucking fun. Let's check in, see what the damage is looking like over here. Lots of dry fires. We might have only dry fires, in fact. Well, there goes turret cap. It's really fascinating to me that with the sheer amount of damage both of these craft were putting out, we still have remarkably high health totals here, coming down to the last minute, or getting into the last minute. It's really surprising to me. It does look like we're out of cram firepower, but we do still have the torpedo pods working. Yeah, really, what an odd situation with how easily they were damaging each other's firepower, but they're just not really able to deal, like, pure health damage. I just kind of like looking at the silhouettes of the boats in the distance. Sorry if it's not the most entertaining thing. This game can be pretty sometimes, and I think y'all's designs look great. What can I say? Well, 2-1, and that's a win for Belith. Unfortunately, due to the cruelty of math, Mecha's entries are now fighting each other to get a chance at points. So we've got the Belith, which is the APS ship across from us, going up against the Edgelord. Should be very interesting to see how Mecha's designs hold up against his own designs. Well, he's good at destroying his own masts. You hate to see it. Oh man, well, one of the Peregrines got a little bit too ambitious with its dive bomb. Oh no, oh wait, no, it just got hit in the engine. Alright, never mind. The other one seems to be okay. Look at the plates. The other one seems to be doing alright. Oh man. Cram seemed to have disabled a turret. There's a significant amount of fires going on. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Some good hits. Another beautiful mast goes down. Look at all these fires being set. Fascinating, man. All these different ammo types. Impossible to tell how much firepower the Belith actually has left. Meanwhile, the Edgelord, we do know, has lost about 25% of its firepower. We can see one firing piece is clearly not connected. It's like all the others are still intact. 4, 5. Okay, no, we've lost 3 firing pieces. So we are down to 5 out of 8 over here. And this one, the neck is in serious danger here. Belith reporting extremely low firepower. Well, okay, so closer to 50%. Alright, so 3-2, 1. Interesting. So we have 6 firing pieces remaining on the Belith, which is half, yeah, of its firepower. Wow, this is really close. which is about what you would expect. They are similar ships with different loadouts. I didn't want to have people's designs fight against each other, but given this is kind of a weird race round robin down here in the losers bracket, it's going to be, look at this cool spread that the torpedoes have. Oh, look at that, they crossed wakes with the other torps. This is going to be kind of a weird set. We're just trying to see who wins the most out of 2 matchups that everyone gets. And then there's going to be a third tiebreaker round after that. Part of the reason there's not a tracker for this one is because I'm doing weird bracket shenanigans to make things go a little bit smoother and try to keep entries in for a little bit longer than a normal double elimination would do. And give us a little more variety too, because I like watching these boats, man. We have lost a lot of the firing pieces over here on the Edgelord. We're basically tied in firepower now. Looks like both Peregrines have gone for a swim, I think. No, the other one's still gone. Alright, alright. This is the same, have we circled back around to it? Oh, those missed. God, but these guns are starting to look really sketchy over here. I mean, they're looking sketchy on the other side, too, in fairness. Ooh. How are you still firing? Wow, that's some fortunate health. This torpedo volley that you've got going on here with the Belloth is really fun, Mecha. I like this a lot. I don't know if I noticed this before. I don't know if the Belloth does it. Look at this. They're all like converging. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. Those were the Edgelord, which are still doing weird shit. I don't know what's up with that. Might be that they're blind? No, those looked fine. Yeah, those looked fine. Weird. In fact, it's like just a bunch of hits towards the front of the ship too, which is impressive. It's not an easy aim point to hit with torpedoes. Alright, well, this turret finally died. Wow, this is so close. It does look like the crams might eke this out just by a little bit of health. They are behind in firepower, though. And this is a less than 1% difference. I'm going to give this to whoever has the most firepower remaining at the end. This is too close percentage-wise otherwise. Had a big explosion there. So we have 61 APS versus 59 cram. 67 missile, 62. This is a tie. I'm giving it to both. This is not. This is basically the same. Moving right along, we've got the Z79 going up against the cram boat. Ouch, that looks like it is already a dead cram. That looked like a damaged cram. Just so much firepower from the 79. Well, you can definitely see where the crams hit. Burning up a lot of blocks. Yeah, another couple good shots there. Does not seem to have the... There's the torps. Something about the penetration depth that being gone for with the edgelord feels just a little off. Destroying the little castle top there. I do like the way this thing loses blocks. This thing's very fun to just kind of watch pop. The edgelord really getting hammered here, though. It's behind in health and firepower, which is a hard place to be against these projects. Oh man, that's a lot of cramp arts. And you can see a lot of cramp arts too. Oh my god, they're still just falling out. Cram confetti is the saddest type of confetti. Running out of firing power. How many pieces do we have left? 2? Plates! Oh, man. Lots of slowdowns. Lots of boom. Yeah, it does look like we're largely out of firepower, unfortunately, on the edgelord. Z49 did end up taking about 11%. It's lost some firepower of its own, but yeah, look at that. One of the major turrets is basically taken out of the equation entirely. These torpedoes also kind of chunking away, just doing good damage. But that is so much health damage to try to crawl back from, man. Especially with it still having so much firepower left over here. Still got the one brave cram. Getting close to health DQ on the edgelord now. Yeah, look at that. It's detonating way before hitting the hull. Gonna do it again? No, that one hit. That one hit. More torpedo hits. I mean, they did successfully get to the gunwales, basically. Oh, man. Really chewed up here. Looks good when it takes damage. Just hate to see it take damage. And that's the health. Okay, we've got French versus the Onyx Watch. See how the ugly holds up to the new project. Okay, that is a dead turret immediately. We might be looking at another dead turret here soon. That is some nasty firepower coming in. Oh, yup, there it went. 2 main turrets down. Ugly also lost a fair bit of firepower here. Let's take a look. Oh god, the Z just got hit big again. Looks like mostly from this front turret here, which has kind of been completely taken out of the fight. It all seems to be holding up okay. We are turning out again. Hopefully we will be able to turn back in before we disqualify. I'd hate to see it come so far so fast and then kill itself by running out. Looks like we did, yeah, it lost another main turret here while we were checking in on the Ugly. Yeah, the Ugly really plays a dangerous range game here because this, the projects are not set to close unless you get to around like 1980 or so meters. So, yeah, that is not a good way to go about it. Lost a secondary there. A lot of firepower missing from both boats. A lot more HP missing from the 79 though. And you can see it. It is noticeable. Although the 79 largely able to keep all, or 49 largely able to keep all of its guns on target 100% of the time, and that counts for a lot. We are really losing firepower now on the Ugly. I don't think this is autoloader jank. We've got 2 firing pieces. No, maybe it is autoloader jank. Looks like we've got 4 firing pieces left. They're struggling with velocity though, so the barrels seem to be very important for their powder burn. Perhaps internally they've lost a lot of components? Nope. Well, now this one has. Or maybe, was that this one getting cored out further? No, it's probably that. Wow, yeah. Completely open. In fact, I think that gun's dead. It is. Well, the 49 definitely has a lot of time to make up this health deficit. And it is closing. The extra little bit of armor on it really making a big difference, it seems. Woof. More APS components. Yeah, we've really only got this 1 firing piece left here, huh? Oh, the Ugly turning back out. Let's see how we're looking over here. Full holes. But with quite a few remaining firing pieces intact. It's a lot of damage still going out, actually. Yeah, it may not be reporting much firepower, but it it has a lot left. It does have a lot left. Oh, is the Ugly out of main guns? Might be completely firepower dead. I believe it is. Okay. Looks like that's going to go to the project. Next up, it's Mecha's turn to fight the French. The Belith is going to be going up against the Ugly, and we will see how this works. We have definitely seen that Sam's, especially in the beginning, his craft has the potential to kill guns very quickly. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how this works out. It kind of looks like the Ugly is already losing a lot of firepower, though. That blocks above water hatred. Yeah, look at this. Turret caps, man. Turret caps getting shot. And looks like we're running out. And shooting at the Peregrine. Peregrine kind of... Well, never mind. It was weathering it okay. Now it lost a wing. Poor fucking thing. Looks like we're trying to turn back in on the Belith now that we have the distance we want, but I've lost most of the firepower, unfortunately. The Belith is looking brand spanking fresh. Got a little hole here, but that'll buff right out. Little hole in the armor never stopped no ship. It's not like the water sinks here or nothing. We're fine. What makes you float is alloy and wood. Everyone knows that. That's a pretty cool silhouette for the ugly. Bunk. Downside of frag torpedoes. No explosions. Oh, wow, okay. We've completely stripped the ugly of firepower. That's it. Belith takes it commandingly. Next round, we've got the Horst going up against the Titan, which, ceremonial first volley of crams missing. The warning shot must be respected. Lots more crams, including a bunch of the little tiny secondaries coming in now. It's largely digging holes center of mass. Oh, it set some fires on turret caps, though. That could be problematic. Titan's definitely lost a little bit of firepower here. To look at these machine gun rounds. Just blink, 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 blink. Really close in terms of firepower right now, honestly. They're just really keeping pace with each other's damage. Although, man, those turret caps are really on fire. And just kind of staying on fire, too. Yeah, a lot of hatred towards this center of mass on the Horst for some reason. The firing piece that got taken out. Boy, if this deck were still all reinforced, these fires would be so much scarier. I'm really amazed that these firing pieces have survived being on fire for this long. The turret caps are surprisingly resilient, I guess, is all I've got to say there. Alright, so this gun's completely done. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, underneath. I wonder if that was a torpedo kill on a gunwell? If so, that's impressive. Have not seen many of those this tournament. We're still functionally tied in firepower, though. It looks like we're missing a whole-ass turret over here, too, and we're starting to do the lean. Oh my god, look at... Oh, okay, there they go. That's why you have ballast on your torpedoes, man. The ship really shooting those suckers absolutely straight down for a second there. Oh, there goes another turret cap. But the Titan's still not quite really pulling ahead. We are tied in health, tied in damage, man. It's those machine guns. It's gotta be. It's the difference maker. Really still going center of mass with extreme prejudice here, which is interesting. I just don't know what it would be targeting here in the middle. Well, actually, it's almost got an AI kill on its hands here. That, never mind. This could pan out. It places a few more crams there, it's just gonna kill it. Although we might be out of crams with which to place. Got any fire and pieces left? Maybe? No? Uh-oh. Aw, man. Hey, alright, we got one. It does look like it's still firing at the AI. Which is really quite interesting. Looks like it was a little high, though. Hit somewhere around here. Midship. Right below the deck. Yeah, this has suddenly become the Horst's fight to kind of lose here. If it gets an AI snipe from the remaining firing piece or from the torpedoes, which are still alive and well, could end it. Another over-penetrating cram. It is starting to look worse and worse for the Titan as things go on, though. Another overpen. Looks like the machine guns just entered reload cycle. We have some secondary with some HE going on here, kind of plugging away. I don't think they're ever going to get through those heavy armor blocks protecting the AI, but they are doing their damnedest. I guess they're still, like, surviving flak guns? How are they? Oh, it's you! I see, okay. I know I saw one cram go out just a second ago. I think the internals of that cram are still pretty much fine. Well, less fine now, probably. Although that might be this turret. We might be just torpedoes. You gonna fire there, bud? The last one. No. Alright. It's down to the torpedoes. They've got 30 seconds to hit that AI compartment and kill the Pickle. Kill Pickle's Horst. Oh, well. The repair bots are doing their thing. I think the window has been missed. I think the window of opportunity has been missed. Alright, big firepower showdown. Z49 versus the Diffus. So, whose firepower stays alive longer? We have lost a full-ass turret. We've lost 2 turrets. Oh dear. That might be a 3rd one down. It is. The fuel running out hard. Trying to get some distance. You can kind of see where it was firing. It had basically killed this turret. That's so much firepower. The few down to 75% already. Oh, and it might have nothing but torpedoes left as well. Yeah. Looks like we are functionally firepower dead over here. Man. The firepower from the 49 really is just so explosive. Okay. This round might determine the shape of who's going to go back into winners and who's going to stay in the losers bracket run. We're going to be doing Mephistopheles' Crammy Edgelord up against Solid Pickles Horst. Some good cram hits right off the bat. Some very good cram hits. Focused on the guns. It's where we want them to be, but it does look like we're not quite peeling anything back just yet. Although Pickle might be dead in the water. Oh yeah, okay. We got a couple hits here, turning things off. That could make things go very differently. Peregrine coming in for a little dive bombing run. Didn't look like it had reloaded. Oh, it had. Okay, there they are. Near miss. That's so many blocks. Turning this turret off? No. That one's got, alright, firing restrictions. It feels like these crams should be doing more damage than they are. I'm seeing so many direct hits, and it just feels like there's not enough coming from them. I don't know if it's because they're detonating too early. I don't know if they're a payload a payload only focus kind of cram that maybe is just having a hard time with armor. I really am uncertain. Near miss on those torpedoes. Not surprising since it's firing at the smaller side of the silhouette here. The horse definitely getting whittled away now. Not being able to move is a big problem. Oh, see, and that one got right into the gun. Went right through the neck, popped the cap. I mean, oh yeah, that's another dead gun right there. Yes, sometimes they just do such a good job, and other times it seems like they're detonating just way early. Wow, all the rear-facing firepower on the horse gone. It is down to 2 total firing pieces on its front-facing turrets, which are getting hit from behind. Peregrine seems to have taken enough damage that it's having some difficulties, we'll say. You are having some trouble turning. Or are you... What are you doing? I have no idea. There it goes, alright. Got about 3 minutes here for the Horst to sort out about 20% damage. Honestly, couple turrets die, you can do that. Ooh, man. Taking rounds to the turret cap, though, is not a good look. How flat we are now without the superstructure and everything. Kind of interesting. I don't think we've seen the pickle get like this before. Got a nice little buzz cut. Whoop! There's one firing piece gone. Bunch of torpedoes. Just barely being able to hit here, and looks like they found some ammo, yeah. Whoa, gun parts! Ah, yeah, okay, but it's from an already dead one. This one doesn't look to be open yet, but we are getting close. Although we switched target back to midship. Not sure what the crams have seen here. Oh, well. They saw some easy health. Oh, that's it. Pickle is firepower dead. Okay. So, the Z49 has played itself back into winners and is going to fight in the next set of brackets. The ships moving forward through losers to face those who get knocked out of the winners bracket are going to be the Horst, the Beleth, the Edgelord, and the Diffuse. The Titan and the Lay Ugly, unfortunately, have been knocked out.